thank you to all of you who are coming to the clinic tonight. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy the noise I make. So see you soon. Main thing was Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi, but just before that it was Eric Clapton's Layla. I was like, yeah, this is a really cool guitar part, I want to do that. Oh, I play an amplifier. For this clinic I've brought the Helix for simplicity, and even though I use the Helix live, I use it with a tube amp. So I actually have 2 tube amps running live with 2 Helixes, and I will run a quad track live setup. So 4 guitar lines with 3 instances of the TC Mimic. So it feels like there's 4 guitars playing, so ever so slightly out of time with each other. But I've got probably 30 tube amps at my house. Everything from like a Red 7 Leviathan to a Soldano SLO, Laney VH100R. I've got a bunch of Fusion Kettners like the Triamp Mark III, the Pure Tone, the Warp X. I've got a Victory Kraken. I've got a bunch of rack gear, so I've got like a Mesa 290. I've got a Mesa 295. The Mesa Boogie Rectifier preamp. I've got a Red 7 preamp. I've got Synergy stuff. I've got the Black Star St. James 100, which is an amazing amp actually. That one sounds brilliant. I've got too much stuff basically. Go back to the beginning basically and relearn everything you should have learned when you started playing guitar. So I think that most guitar players, especially intermediate, they're focusing on advanced skills when they can't actually play the basics, and that is like playing in time, knowing how to mute their instrument properly. That's a really big one. Most people spend the time focusing on the notes when it's actually the space between the notes that makes the music, as Victor Wooten said in Groove Workshop. And the moment that you understand subdivisions and keeping time and playing to a metronome and actually feeling the groove of every single part, that's when you get better as a guitar player. Like being able to sweep pick, being able to economy pick, that's not going to make you a better guitar player. It's actually going to convolute your playing unless you can actually do that bit first. And once you get that bit right and you can understand phrasing and rhythm and subdivisions, then everything else gets better because you understand it, you can feel it. So that's the one bit of advice I'd give to even the advanced players. Probably down picking, the one that I do the most. So the main reason that I down pick everything is because it's got the note separation between every note. So a lot of my parts are quite complicated and I find it just makes the notes pop. Along with that, I'd probably say economy picking is exceptionally difficult because I think naturally we want to go up, down, up, down, up, down, and then economy is like just doing that. You know, you kind of have to stop thinking about the pick at that point. Also, the difference between inside picking and outside picking, I think that you can really trip up if you're not like practicing it. Yeah. Quite randomly actually. So one day we got an email in the Monuments email from the rep at Schecter. His name's Adam, and he just says, if you guys ever need any guitars, just hit me up and let me know. So we got sent a few guitars from Schecter just to check them out, and I just said to him, would you ever be interested in doing a signature model? And immediately he was like, yeah, and made something within 4 months. And one thing he said to me was like, oh, can we redesign some pickups for you? Because the the bare knuckle in the US costs so much money to import them. So they custom wound some pickups for me, and prototype number 1 on both the guitar and the pickups sounded just amazing. I actually couldn't believe it. You know, I've been playing these mayonnaise guitars for so long that I was quite spoiled with, you know, mayonnaise guitars are incredible. And then this guitar shows up, a Korean-made guitar, and it was just unreal. And they knew exactly what I wanted, basically, because prototype number 1 is literally the one. I made 2 changes on the guitar and that was it. Yeah, I did a cover of it on my YouTube, and I remember there was one riff in the middle of it that took me 7 hours to play right once, and it was Meshuggah, and the song was Dances to a Discordant System. And there's a riff in the middle that makes no logical sense in terms of the notes that are being played. Like, there's not really a pattern to it, not that I could see anyway. Like, rhythmically, yes, the rhythm is like, what, probably 20 bars long or something weird, but within that 20 bars, I can't have a pattern. There's no pattern to latch onto. It's just random. So every single time for 7 hours, I just kept fucking it up. And it's a really difficult song to play start to finish. It's a workout, you know. So I'd say that's probably one of the hardest songs I've ever had to learn. And big shout out to Master of Puppets as well. I know we all learn it as alternate picked, but it's not. It's all down picked. And when you get to the end of that song after down picking all of it, it's difficult.